happy National Margarita Day. A new bar in Southtown is serving crafted cocktails in a beautiful, unique space inspired by the home of a local celebrity chef that I know a lot of you know. Clarke is out live at Casa Hernan to spill the tequila. Clarke, what is shaking over there?
There is so much going on this morning, and like you mentioned, this spot hasn't really been open long, but they're making their spot open to anyone who wants to celebrate National Margarita Day. I'm hanging out with Victor and JD. JD, we gotta focus on the tequila first.
Oh yes, definitely. Chef Johnny wanted Casa Hernan to be a unique experience. Like you're walking into Mexico, he handpicked all this art, so he wants it to take it to another level here in San Antonio, offer something that we've never seen before.
I love the sound of that. I'm gonna get to making some drinks with Victor. Right. So we're starting off with a margarita. Tell me what we're getting started with.
We're beginning with the Cantina Margarita, which is our house margarita. It's a passion fruit and lime margarita using Herradura.
Sounds good. Let's get into it. What's the first step to making the perfect margarita?
Well, of course, you always need a good base, so you need your juices. So in this instance, like I said, we're using passion fruit, so a little bit of passion fruit in there.
All right.
A little bit of lime juice as well to make it a full agua fresca of sorts.
Sounds good. All right, and I just dump it in this main one.
And then, of course, a little bit of sugar, because, you know, everything needs a little sweetness in life.
You gotta add a little sweetness to it.
That's right.
I love getting so hands-on with this. All right, so we have that. It's almost like a passion fruit nectar. What does that do for the margarita, having it in the base like that?
Well, as a matter of fact, when it comes to acidity, it's a very crucial component in letting the agave flavors come out.
Okay.
So once we add those acidic flavors, the lime, the passion fruit with the tartness, those flavors will help complement our tequilas. In this instance, we usually like to use silver tequilas. That's usually the brand we like to try for all margaritas. Of course, I like tequila reposado, and there's no sin with that if you ever wanted to use it. But in this instance, we're using Herradura Blanco for our Cantina Margarita.
Sounds good. And you know what? I love doing these because I get to come out and pick your brain and get all the secrets, and then I get to make my own margaritas at home.
Exactly.
You have all these beautiful drinks that you've prepared for us today as well to showcase what you guys have here. Tell me what you specialize in here.
We specialize in craft cocktails and creating a very welcoming ambiance that is both house party-like, very decadent, very entertaining, live, but at the same time, we like to provide very delicious cocktails to be able to just sit down and enjoy yourself.
Let's shake it up. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, so what's the next step?
Well, that's just what you said. Just shake it up.
So he's getting some ice right now.
Of course. And then right here, would you like to do the honors?
Yes. Do you want to hold my mic for a second while I do this? All right, so tell me what I'm doing throughout this process into the mic.
Of course. So go ahead and just insert the ice into that. Make sure that it's nice and tight. Perfect. And then from there on, just give it a shake. Shake it like a Polaroid picture or...
And I can feel it getting cold too, where my fingers are.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
heard the trick is to wait until it gets a little bit numb on your hand, and that's when you know.
I'd say that's a pretty good number, yeah.
Okay. Yes. All right, now what?
Excellent. So here we go.
All right, passing it back on over.
So from here, we remove our little cap. Perfect. And here we have our glass already prepared. A little bit of sal de gusano to complement the fruit flavors.
Yes.
And our special ice with the insignia of Casa Hernan.
Yes, that looks so good, and I saw the little stamp. It's really cool. Oh my gosh, we have to get into mocktails. I promised y'all mocktails. A lot of people are celebrating Lent.
Right.
Let's get into the steps for that.
Perfect. So going back to what we were talking about, when it comes to a perfect margarita, right, we want to create a perfect acidic base, right? Nice kind of agua fresca of sorts.
Yes,
well, today for our mocktail, we're going to use a little bit of agave syrup, courtesy of Herradura.
So we're using that agave syrup, and then really quickly, what else are you going to be putting into it, just so we can kind of get a bird's eye view?
Well, one moment.
We have some tools over here. We're putting some ice in. Oh my gosh, this is so refreshing.
So perfect. We're going to add this little bit of agave nectar.
Okay.
And then since we're not adding tequila, right, we're going to use a little more lime juice than usual, just to make it a full flavor.
Okay. And so you have the citrus going in and everything, not using alcohol. Are you going to have this available today?
Sure, of course.
Awesome.
We can always make a
love it.
mocktail for anybody.
That's right. And then what is the, I guess, faux spirit that you would use for this?
I like to personally add waters. Sometimes if people enjoy like Topo Chico, it turns into a ranch water of sorts, so it's like a mocktail ranch water.
Yeah.
Right? Hold the ranch, I guess you could say.
Yes, that's right. Oh my gosh, Victor, thank you so much. Let's continue making this. And then, of course, you guys are open open today. You want people to come out and celebrate. Should they make a reservation or can they walk in?
I mean, we all reservations available. We do a lot of business through Instagram, so you can hit us up on Instagram and we can, mark you down with the time that you want to come in. Anybody's more than welcome to walk in. We're trying to do make sure everybody gets to enjoy a margarita today on National Margarita Day.
Thank you so much for having me out. This was so much fun. Roma, I feel like this is totally your style. The decor, the lighting, Chef Johnny does it again. Are you going to be enjoying a mocktail today or are you going for a whole margarita?
Clarke, I may be going for the whole thing. I've been there and those drinks are delicious. By the way, y'all, sal de gusano is warm salt. So it's a little bit earthier, saltier. I definitely think you guys should give it a try.